Hey guys, welcome to today's Mindset Minute. Today we're going to talk about kindness, compassion, and understanding. So I'm going to take a second to just reflect on myself, and then I'm going to sort of try to talk through the layers of the message I'm trying to get out there. And then I'm going to sort of return back to like working on myself as the example, and that, and then hopefully you guys can take something from this. So basically what I want to start with is that I am aware of the fact that I'm not perfect. I have many flaws, and I try to work on those flaws, even on a daily basis. Now, definitely, again, I'm not perfect, so old habits sometimes sort of, I revert to my old habits. But I try to be self-aware enough to basically realize when I'm doing it, and then try to take steps forward versus staying the same. So with that being said, me understanding that I'm not a perfect being, I understand that nobody is, but I also understand that everyone is perfect in their own way or perfectly imperfect. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, no matter what we do or say or believe, that nobody's ever wrong. Nobody's ever wrong in any way. So, like, somebody's emotions, feelings, their life goals, their political views, their sexual orientation, their religion, their anything, nobody's ever wrong. Because those are their beliefs, and those beliefs have made them into who they are. So just because I don't, maybe have the same viewpoints on any of those topics or anything really in general, doesn't mean that I think that they're wrong. I don't think that my opinion's right and their opinion's wrong, and I would hope the reverse of that. But I think too many of us, sort of listen to respond versus like listen to understand. And again, even when I have conversations with like friends or even people I don't know, like, I listen to understand, and honestly sometimes I don't understand, but I with that being said, like, I know that those people aren't wrong, because even if I identify as, like, this person over here, with like these views, and the person I'm talking to is kind of like over here, again, that doesn't mean that they're wrong. It just means that I don't understand. And I always do my best to just, like, I respect who you are, and I respect who you are, and that's it, really. I respect who you are, and I'm going to try to understand your sort of point of view. So basically, like, everyone goes through sort of shit in their life that leads them up to a point. And what I want to say is that, like, there's a quote, obviously, and it's from Robin Williams, and it's, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So be kind. And I think that he's sort of the example of that. Obviously, like, he put on a face all the time, that was happy, and then he ended up, taking his own life. And I have those same, experiences in life. Not for myself, but for people like close to me. And I just feel like if there was more sort of compassion and understanding, that we would be just better off as people. So I guess the lesson is that you can only give what you have. So what you need to do to be more understanding is just kind of work on yourself, if that makes sense. You just have to, you have to realize, you have to do the things that I talked about at the beginning of the video. You have to realize that, like, I'm not perfect. I have these things that have made me into who I am, and like my situation isn't the same as anybody else's. And once you realize that about yourself, you realize that everyone else, has the same thing, and that if you just take that and use it as understanding, and realize that nobody's wrong, that we live in a world that's a better place. So I apologize for getting emotional. I hope that you guys can take something from this.